Yeah, this is the. It's just me right now. Hello. I think he wants to know where it's at.
Onde hizo?
Onde.
Onde.
Where it is. Where it is.
Oh, this is San Diego.
San Diego. It looks like Portuguese.
only 5 areas of the world.
Juan Maria Osuna was born in 1785 in northern Baja California, a part of the Spanish frontier. He was the son of a soldier with the Portola and Serra expedition to San Diego in 1769. Juan Maria was a corporal in the San Diego Company. In February 1806, at Mission San Diego, he married Maria Juliana Lopez, the daughter of another soldier. He was 21 years old, and she was not quite 15. At first, they lived at the San Diego Presidio, and later made their home on the plaza of Old Town San Diego. In late 1834, San Diego was granted the rank of pueblo, or town, by the government of Mexican California, and elections were held to transfer leadership to the civilian population. Juan Maria Osuna was honored as the first alcalde, or mayor of San Diego, in an election in which only 13 votes were cast. He settled all disputed matters, acted as notary public, policeman, judge, city administrator, and justice of the peace, handling all of the town's political and economic affairs. You're looking at a copy of Osuna's official signature.
In 1840 or 1841, the Mexican governor granted Rancho San Dieguito to Juan Maria Osuna due to his military and civilian service. This land grant was 20 miles north of San Diego, near the ocean, and contained 8,824 acres. San Dieguito County Park is adjacent to and west of their ranch property. There, Juan Maria Osuna built an adobe home for himself and his wife Juliana, and their large family of 14. He gave the adobe home to his son Leandro and his family. The ranch land was used to grow crops and vegetables, and to raise cattle, horses, and other livestock. There was not much money available at the time, so many goods were acquired using the barter system, meaning a person would trade an item they possessed for an item they wanted. After Osuna's death in 1851, Juliana had to justify the title to her ranch land to American authorities. The official patent was issued in 1871 in her name. Many Osuna descendants still reside in the San Diego area.
The Battle of San Pascual was a brief military encounter that occurred during the U.S.-Mexican War in the San Pascual Valley. General Stephen Watts Kearny of the invading U.S. Army of the West engaged a small contingent of defending Mexican Californios, led by Captain Andres Pico, the younger brother of Pio Pico, the last governor of Mexican California. On the side of the Californios were at least 4 of Juan Maria Osuna's sons. The Californios were expert horse riders and were mainly armed with lances. The Americans had guns, but rainy weather caused much of their gunpowder to become useless. The ensuing battle took place on December 6, 1846. There are varying accounts on the outcome of the battle. Some say the U.S. troops won by taking the battlefield, and others say the Californios won by being the fiercer, deadlier force. This was the bloodiest battle of the U.S.-Mexican War in California, with 21 Americans falling and at least 1 Californio casualty.
Archaeological evidence shows that the Kumeyaay Indians have lived in the greater San Diego and northern Baja California, Mexico area for thousands of years. Believing in a system that valued balance and harmony between the earth and all of its living things and natural elements, the Kumeyaay people lived off the land in a respectful manner, taking only what was needed to sustain life in the traditions of their people. Early Kumeyaay people and their ancestors hunted, gathered, and practiced horticulture. They fished in the bay and hunted small game like quail, rabbits, wood rats, and deer. The native plant life was also crucial to the survival of these people. Their diets also consisted of wild fruit, flowers, berries, leaves, and seeds of native plants. Their staple food source was the acorn, which they ground into an acorn mush called shawi.
In October 1906, the Santa Fe Land Improvement Company, a subsidiary of the Santa Fe Railway, purchased the lands of Rancho San Dieguito from the Osuna heirs. The company planted 3.5 million eucalyptus seeds on the property, hoping to use the wood for railroad ties. This venture proved costly, as the trees produced unusable timber. Once logged and made into railroad ties, the eucalyptus timbers warped. The wood would also not hold the metal spikes. The land then sat idle, except for some vegetable farms near the San Dieguito River. In the early 1920s, the community of Rancho Santa Fe began to take shape. To make up for lost profit, the Santa Fe Land Company sold off individual parcels of land. Many Hollywood elite and wealthy individuals from around the country began to buy lots for their homes.
San Dieguito County Park is comprised of 124 acres of irregular slopes, ranging in altitude from 100 to 330 feet above sea level. The County of San Diego acquired this land from the Santa Fe Irrigation District on January 12, 1954. The original deed stated that the land was to be used only for park and recreational purposes to benefit the residents and public. San Dieguito is separated into two different but very enjoyable park experiences. The upper park accommodates large organized picnics and has 5 playgrounds. The lower park is ideal for passive family picnics in a greenway setting surrounded by nature. These areas are separated by our trail system, and at the center of it all is Activity Hill, where you will find unique climbing and hiking experiences. Activity Hill also includes suspension bridges and wooden towers that overlook the park and provide vantage points to view wildlife. For your safety and for the protection of the wildlife and sensitive habitat that exists here, please stay on the marked trails and dispose of recyclables and waste in the proper receptacles located throughout the park.
The Torrey Sandstone formations found throughout the San Dieguito Park are roughly 48 million years old. They are mainly composed of quartz and also contain river rock and other fine sediment materials. Only a few fossils are preserved in the sandstone. Each sediment layer represents a different time period. Be sure to visit Activity Hill and look at the sandstone outcropping to view the different sediment layers found inside the rock.
The chaparral plant community is the most extensive in California, ranging from Northern California to Baja California. You will find this plant community along foothills and mountain slopes throughout San Diego County. San Diego is one of only 5 areas of the world that share our coveted Mediterranean climate, known for 3 prominent characteristics: warm, dry summers, mild, wet winters, and relatively low annual rainfall. All the plants in the chaparral plant community are drought tolerant, meaning they can survive for extended periods with little water. They are woody plants and generally have hard evergreen leaves with waxy coatings. This coating helps the plants retain moisture in hot climate. The chaparral community receives on average between 15 and 39 inches of precipitation each year, making its plants very vulnerable to fire. Be sure to check the other towers on Activity Hill, where you will find more information on plants and animals of San Dieguito County Park. Vi-